Okay, Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, this is the application of artificial intelligence. Okay. So, this is the learning outcome. So, at the end of the lecture, the student should be able to describe AI application in retail, finance and banking, hospital and medicine, HR, recruiting, agriculture, education, transportation. And the student should be able to discuss the issue and challenge in artificial intelligence and also real world. Okay. So this is the outline. So I divide into two different parts. First, we will describe or we go through about the AI application, and the part two is the challenge that we should face as a developer. Okay, so we go to AI application. So in AI application, there are many fields that we can apply the artificial intelligence. First is retail. Okay, so in retail, there are also sentiment analytics, which is focused on the understanding the consumer reaction to the products purchased and the service received. So actually, this kind of the function we can see in the online application such as you know, the Shopee or maybe Lazada. In Shopee Lazada, we can see the review or feedback from the customer, right? And then we can see the user or customer can give the feedback, maybe a 3 star, 4 star. That one is a sentiment analytics. Okay, and from that, other people can predict the purchasing behavior, and it also can give feedback to the seller also. Okay, seller itself, whether they want to continue this kind of the product or maybe upgrade this product to next level. Okay, so this is the purpose of the sentiment analytics. Okay, so this is the paper robot. Okay, a humanoid robot that can interact with the customer and process human emotion. Okay, example lah, my Starbucks barista. Okay, Lobot. Okay, so it use NLP to answer customer question. Okay. Okay, next is finance and banking. So this is a second field for AI application. Okay, so in the application, there are example is a stock analysis and prediction. So online banking application for smartphone, emotionally intelligent robots that deal with customer question and requests in real time, and tools that analyze banking behavior to personalize service and offer, such as automated trading, check fraud detection. So this is example of the finance and banking. Okay, so the examples that finance can show. Okay, Alpha Sense. Okay, CIMB, Clicks, Maybank, FEX. So this is example of the personalized banking. Okay. Okay, next field is hospital and medicine. Okay, so electronic patient record and machine learning, caregivers are now able to predict disease outcome based on information about symptoms, patterns, and lifestyle. So the AI can be found in more and more devices such as heart rate monitor and insulin pump. So many medical apps they offer health assistance to client without the interference of doctor. So such as a clinical support decision system. Okay. Okay. So next field is human resource and recruiting. Okay, so in HR and recruiting, so we can use a smart computer. Why? Because the smart computer is able to analyze the huge amount of data on company details, culture codes, hiring trend, and job offer. So the right person can be matched with the right company. So example like a job street. Okay, so a job street application is we can consider as a example of the HR and recruiting example. Okay. So this is as I know is a they provide the job matching. Okay, agriculture the next field. Okay, so monitor crops, analyze plant health. It also can be used as a to analyze land. Okay, So the example, Blue River, Plantic, okay. AI in education, okay. AI in education, there are two benefits, okay. For teachers, most teachers and faculty are not afraid to admit they struggle with time management, which is understandable given the number of tasks of their daily to-do list. So educator want to spend more time educating students one-to-one, divide into research and continue their own education, but don't have ability to do so. So I can help free up educator time by automating tasks, analyzing student performance, and closing the educational gap. So for student, AI can help students to achieve the goal by streamlining the education process, by providing access to the right course, improving communication with teachers, and freeing up more to focus on the aspect of life. Okay, so the example lah, okay. So you can see here we have a visual facilitator, smart content, data accumulation. Actually, our ULearn portal also can be considered as a AI application also. Okay. AI application in transportation. Yang ni, this thing, I think you guys familiar, right, about this kind of the technology. So especially we can see this kind of the technology in first world country, maybe Singapore, we can see it. Okay, maybe if you go to the city at the UK, I mean London, maybe you can experience it. Okay, so basically transportation is a technology, or maybe is a field which is we provide the, you know, keselesaan, or maybe we provide the enhancement that can care to the people. Okay, so the transit provider attach sensor to the train, trams, and bus to predict wear and tear and to avoid accident. So they notify travelers of receipt, wheelchair accessibility, and alternative route in case of a roadblock. So in the car, AI is deployed to provide the driver with real-time information on traffic jam, accident, weather condition, and estimated time of arrival. So the examples such as a self-driving car, route generation. Okay, example is like a Waze, also can be considered is AI application. Google Map, okay, can also. Okay, like this self-driving car. In Singapore, they have a Grab. You know Grab? So they have a Grab pass, which is a self-driving pass. Okay, you can see at the Google Grab self-driving bus, like this. So this is the Grab self-driving bus. Maybe we can play a video.
Come with me to board Grab's first self-driving bus. This is an autonomous shuttle service, a new pilot by Grab to explore and test the commercial viability of autonomous vehicles in Singapore. Partnering with LTA and Korean autonomous vehicle technology company A2Z, the autonomous shuttle will be used to ferry Grab employees from one-off MRT to their headquarters during off-peak periods. As required by LTA, a safety operator would be present, with their hands always kept close to the wheel. If needed, the operator will be able to maneuver the bus manually by just taking control of the wheel. The bus is retrofitted with 11 sensors, including long-range light detection and ranging, or LiDAR, radars, and AI cameras, giving the autonomous shuttle a 360-degree view of the road and surroundings. During the ride, we were required to wear a seatbelt and remain seated at all times. It was a little bumpy at times, but overall a very smooth and efficient ride. At one point, the bus overshot the pedestrian crossing slightly, but otherwise it was able to confidently identify other cars, motorbikes, and pedestrians, as well as handle turns and signals appropriately. In all, I had a safe and comfortable experience. Grab and A2Z would be sharing insights and findings from the 6-month pilot program with LTA to support Singapore's wider autonomous vehicle ambitions. Come with me to board Grab's first self-driving bus. This is an autonomous shuttle service, and you pilot.
Okay, so this is a self-driving technology lah. Okay. Okay, if you want to know more, if you want to explain this, you go to Singapore, then you can see. Okay. Okay, AI challenge. Now we go to the part 2, AI challenge. Okay, issue and challenge. So it's first is trustness. Okay, because AI is all about science technology algorithm, which is people and way of which is make difficult to train to trust it. Okay, and also AI is expensive. When we saying it's expensive, it require money and huge investment in order to invent this kind of the technology. Okay, because a lot of people will contribute or develop this thing. Okay, so that's why we need to have a huge investment in order to develop this kind of the technology. Okay, and other thing is about security. So because machine learning and decision making capability of AI and application are based on huge volume of classified data and of the sensitive and personal in nature. Since AI, the algorithm of AI involved in the huge data, it attract many hackers. Okay, because nowadays data is a gold, data is expensive. Nowadays data is precise. Priceless. Okay, because this data mostly is sensitive, so it attract hackers to to hack the algorithm so that they can obtain the data and then can use the data to to gain their own profit, because the data you can sell, right? Okay, second is data scarcity. So power of calculator of AI and application depend directly on the accuracy, relevancy of so vast and level data set being used for training and learning. Okay, and next is explainability. So with many black box model, you end up with a conclusion, example, a prediction, but no explanation to it. So if the conclusion provided by system overlap with you what you already know and things right, you're not going to question it. But what happen if you disagree? You want to know how the decision has been made. Okay, so basically AI, we can use it to determine whether this one is blue with this, whether this one is a red, whether this one is a black. But it comes to the question, there is no explanation why the AI choose this kind of the decision. So the AI actually lack this kind of the explanation. Okay, so this is the problem of AI, because sometimes there is a time we want to know why the AI choose this thing. Okay, for example, like this, we have a Google map. Okay, we have a Google map. If let's say if you live at Durian Tunggal, there are two options. There are two options to come to UTM, right? First, you can come by using the back gate. Back gate. And first is come from the front gate. Okay, there are two options. You either using a back gate or maybe front gate. Okay, so if using a Google map, of course, if you live at Durian Tunggal, there is a time the AI algorithm will choose back gate, and there is a time AI, for example, maybe in the, let's say if we have a traffic jam, so the AI application will choose front gate. Okay, so let's say if you use the Google Maps, they didn't provide the explanation why they choose the front gate or back gate, right? So this is lacking of the explanation. Sometimes maybe we can get lost. Sometimes as a user, maybe you will not specify, the route that chosen by Google Map is too long. But why? Because sometimes we not understand why this Google apps choose this kind of route. Why? Because it lack of the explanation. It's lack of the explanation. Okay, human adoption. Of course, since we want to, AI is for all. Why? AI is for all, and everyone need to understand or aware about the AI. But the problem here, we have many generation, especially nowadays. Maybe older generation not really feel safe about the AI, because AI required device, and AI required good understanding, so better understanding about the field itself, about the technology. So maybe it makes, for example, older generation to adopt this kind of the technology. So this is the challenge. Okay, so in summary, AI application, there are several areas whereby the usage of AI is beneficial. A few examples of useful AI application has been shown. Although there are a lot of benefit, AI also have its drawbacks. So for the AI challenge, the summary is there are several issues and challenges in adopting AI in the real world. Some of the challenges can be solved or improved, but some cannot. Successful implementation of AI depends on how these challenges are tackled. Okay, so real world scenario. Okay, so in class activity. Okay, so this is a video you can see by yourself. Okay, any questions so far regarding on this slide? Ada benda nak tanya tak? Okay,
Yes, sir.
no question because I think